Right, I'm here again. I've had a bit of a tidy up and a sort out, and I thought I'd do a video. CRTK wanted to see my Capcom collection. Well, not my Capcom collection, but my PCB collection. I thought I'll start with my Capcom collection, because that's like my favourite, to be honest. So, and that's the one I got most of. So, here we go. This is Street Fighter 2 I'll be fighting. Awesome game, one of my favourite Street Fighters, without a shadow of a doubt. Absolutely fantastic game. The first Street Fighter I owned was a Champion Edition, and then this came out, and it's awesome. And I've got an adapter, got it off Franco B. Nice little adapter, goes from CPS 2, CPS 1, works a treat. This PCB has been converted. It was probably a World Warrior or a Champion Edition, probably a World Warrior I should imagine. But it's been converted, it's had a couple of ROMs reburned for it. I've just covered them up with a bit of white tape. But yeah, it works a treat. There you go. Let's make my way over here to my other PCBs, my Capcom stuff. Bear with me because I've had a couple of beers. I've been on Aldi's Finest, Saint Etienne. Hey, cheap and cheerful, does the job. Right. That's not a Capcom PCB. Right. What we got here is F1 Dream. I picked this up recently, you probably watched my video. Nice and cheap, good little game. Fantastic really for the money I paid for it. Really addictive little game, just keeps you coming back for one more go. But it's a tough cookie, but if you can pick it up for the right money, I recommend it. It's a good little game. And just something a bit different from the norm, you know what I mean? Not shoot 'em up or beat 'em up, it's a good little game. Right. This one is Final Fight. Absolute all-time classic. Love this game. There is only one definitive version, and that is the arcade version. I've played it on so many other formats, man, but when you play the arcade version, it's like it's leaps and bounds beyond anything else. Absolutely. It's a fantastic game, absolutely brilliant. The graphics are sound. Love this game. One of my faves. Final Fight. I'll stack these nice and carefully. I've took them out all their boxes and that. Street Fighter X. So Street Fighter 3D. It's a bit slow. It's alright. I think it was Capcom's first venture into the 3D world. I might be wrong there, so don't quote me on it. But it's alright. Not a little bad little game. I had it on PS1 originally, on a Jap version. And I used to play it quite a lot on that, and I've seen this going cheap. I only paid about 20 quid for this board, so I got that at a good deal. But I'm going to hang on to that, because it's not a bad little game. This one here is another CPS 1, Captain Commando. Good game. I've had a few issues with it on the sound problems, but I might have rectified that now. Not 100% sure about that, but I think that might be sorted. But it has been a bit of hassle with this PCB. But it's a conversion again, so you know you have to expect these kind of things with conversions. I didn't really 100% know it was conversion when I bought it, but there you go. Right, next one. We're back on to the CPS 2 stuff now. And this is X-Men vs Street Fighter. Great beat 'em up. What can I say? If you know what it is, you know what I mean, you'll know all about it. Another one, Marvel vs Capcom. Fantastic game. Again, brilliant. But on those two, I am willing to get rid of. In fact, they're on eBay at the moment. The only reason I'm getting rid of them is because I've got my Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. And I've got my Street Fighter 02, and I don't really need any more Street Fighters, to be honest. And I've got my Super Street Fighter as well, as you'll see in a minute. Dungeons and Dragons, another great side-scrolling beam-up from Capcom. And this, believe it or not, has still got the security seal on it, like my Super Street Fighter 2 has. That's still got the original battery in it, and it's still going strong. And I've got to be honest, there's a lot of weight in this board, man. There's some serious hardware in that. That weighs a ton. So yeah, that's a class game. Dungeons and Dragons. That's a keeper. Only got this the other day. Fantastic game. Alien vs Predator. Another one of Capcom's finest. Definitely a keeper. Love that game. Street Fighter 02, probably my all-time favourite Street Fighter. Love this game. Used to play it on the Saturn. Street Fighter Alpha 2 on my pal Saturn. Used to play it all the time. Loved it. Absolutely. Yeah, gotta be my all-time favourite Street Fighter, that has, to be fair. Both of them have got the motherboards with them. And this has also got the motherboard with it. Super Street Fighter. This was the first CPS2 board I ever owned back in the day, mid-90s. So it brings back a lot of memories for me. I had Champion Edition, and then I got this. Absolutely great. A bit slow now compared to the Turbo, but still a fantastic game. Still one of my faves. So yeah. And last but not least, there's Eco Fighters, and that's I think this is like a Mexican release, the orange colour on it, and this has been phoenixed as well. So I know it's not going to pack up, and actually it's not last but not least, because I've got one more. Forgot about it, and how could I forget about this? This is my best Capcom game I've ever got, and here it is, Pièce de Resistance, the Punisher. I think they call that CPS Dash or 1.5, something like that. But yeah, absolute awesome game. This has had the suicide chip removed as well, so this ain't gonna fail on me. So safe in the knowledge in that. But there you go. There's my Capcom collection. Love this game, man. Absolutely fantastic. But there you go. They're all great games. There you go then.